But when you're PH especially, there's expectation from your support base of reforms, a lot of long-standing grievances. They expect instant fixes, and then they get frustrated when it doesn't happen quickly. How would you deal with that? What would you say to a supporter?
The scene today, the criticism we hear outside is very similar to the noise we heard in 2018 when Pakatan Harapan first came to Putrajaya. And at that time, the opposition was UMNO and PAS. And at that time also, when your opposition is one race-based, one religion-based, right? It's only natural that they would then drive every issue in parliament down that angle of race and religion. Now you fast forward to 2024 today, your opposition comes in the form of Bersatu, race-based, and PAS, religion-based. And so therefore, when you have opposition like that in parliament, the same thing would happen. Every issue, they will drive it down race and religion. So as a result, things that were not a problem can become a problem today. For example, bak kut teh. Bak kut teh is not the only food that was listed, but they only played up bak kut teh. Why? Because they have an audience like that. And so if you don't understand who your opposition is today, you are going to be frustrated with the noise because you think that the unity government has allowed the noise to be placed in parliament. But if you understand the nature of the opposition and why when during our time, you didn't have this, it was when we were opposition, because all of us are multiracial party, we don't drive it down, the racial and religious angle. And so people perceive that to be a time of peace when, so you need to understand the opposition setup. Yeah. And for us, don't eat into that. Don't eat that bait that they place it out for us. Yeah. Like I said, for the mothers one, right? In slightly more than a year, we actually brought that amendment for mothers as promised to the House. Apart from that, I think Azalina and at the time was YB Ram Kapal. They did a good job in pushing for a lot of the amendments like, let me see, I have that anti-stalking. We also have the removal of the mandatory death penalty and decriminalization of suicide attempts, among others. And that was all in the first year. Yeah. A lot of ministers also started pushing reforms in various ministries. Yeah, so I think my message to our supporters is, yes, we all want reforms, and I can assure our supporters that really we are working very, very hard to make this work. Yeah.
We've often talked about, do we need a quota or minimum target 30%? How do you feel that is going?
Many strong women leaders have different opinion about this. If you speak to Chong Ing, our former assemblywoman in Penang, she's of the opinion that quota is important to level the playing field. If you speak to Tan Sri Rafida, she is of the opinion meritocracy is important. Yeah. I feel that today we are a lot better than when I started in 2008. There are now a lot more women leaders in politics, and I feel that I would really look forward to the day we are no longer talking about quota. You promote women because they can, and they have the right to be at the cabinet table. That's what I want to see. And I feel that a lot of times the catalyst to grow that comes in the form of role models. And that's why I think the women leaders today must be very open and frank about their challenges so that people come in with eyes open. I mean, I do a lot of talks with young people, and every time they ask me, how do you get involved? Should I get involved and all that? I am able to survive because I have a good support system. But I know that not everybody will have the same structure, whether it's at home or in their political party. And so in this process, I hope that we will be able to just inspire more people to want to give it a try. Yeah.